Hi, welcome back to Fast Recap, and today I'm going to tell you about a 2016 movie called Lady Macbeth. Before we get started, be sure to subscribe to the channel. It's incredibly important to us and motivates us to create more quality content. A young girl named Katherine is married off to a man much older than her. Before going to bed, the girl is taken care of by a maid named Anna. Left alone, Katherine waits for her husband, who, entering the room, immediately makes it clear that the girl will stay at home all the time and not go out anywhere. After Alexander's demand to remove the shirt, Katherine is naked, after which the man turns off the light and goes to bed. In the morning, sitting on the windowsill, the girl looks out the window. So the first day of her new life flies by. A day later, the next morning, Anna comes to Katherine's room to open the shutters on the windows. Katherine is very longing from such a gray and boring life. From the entertainment of the girl, only a window with a view of nature, as well as a fireplace, looking at which Katherine constantly falls asleep. Without waiting for the end of dinner, Katherine goes to her room, which does not like Boris, Alexander's father, which he expresses to Katherine, demanding the girl not to fall asleep and wait for her husband in the bedroom. Following Katherine goes Anna, whom Boris orders to see to the fulfillment of his request. After a while, a drunken Alexander appears in the room demanding that Katherine remove her shirt, seating herself next to the fireplace. Turning to face the wall as her husband demands, Katherine hears the sound of stretching pants behind her back, whereupon Alexander takes up the handjob. In the morning, Katherine questions Boris about where her spouse has gone. According to the old man, in one of the mines owned by the family, there was an explosion where Alexander went. Tomorrow, Boris is also going on business to London, so the girl will have to be alone in the estate for a while. As soon as the old man left the house, Katherine immediately goes outside, breathing fresh air for the first time in a long time. In the morning, Anna and another maid leave the house, and Katherine, as usual, falls asleep in front of the fireplace, but wakes up from the screams outside. Leaving the house, the girl hears voices in one of the buildings. Going inside, Katherine finds the employees of the firm and Anna wrapped in a sheet, hanging in the middle of the room. Sebastian, pointing at Anna, pronounces that they're weighing pigs. Katherine orders the girl to be released, then informs him that since they have spent Alexander's time and money on this entertainment, the girl will now be looking after them. Returning home, Katherine learns the name of the impertinent employee who only recently came to them. In the morning, the girl goes for a walk, meeting Sebastian again. His words about the house being in the other direction, Katherine ignores, smiling coquettishly. As night falls, the girl hears a knock on the door. Opening it, Katherine finds Sebastian, who pronounces that he is dying of boredom. The girl tries to close the door, but the guy sneaks into her room. Having cornered Katherine, Sebastian tries to kiss her, but the girl pushes the guy away and then pounces on him with kisses, hungry for male flesh. This is the first morning in this house when the girl wakes up happy. From that day on, they meet constantly at Sebastian's place, quenching their needs. While picking mushrooms in the early morning, Anna meets Sebastian walking his dogs. The girl hints that secret meetings with the mistress may end badly, but in response receives only threats. As night falls, Sebastian comes to Katherine again, which the maid sees through the keyhole. In the morning, Anna enters Katherine's room. Opening the casement, she informs that Lester Sr. has returned from a trip to London. At dinner, Boris asks Anna to bring him some champagne, which, in the absence of the men, Katherine drank. Without revealing her mistress, the maid is humiliated by Lester Sr., who forces the girl to get on all fours like animals. After learning of Katherine's infidelity, Boris goes to the barn where he beats Sebastian and then orders him locked up. Upon learning of this, Katherine demands that the old man let the worker out, for which she receives a slap from Lester. Another of their quarrels ends with the fact that Boris goes to his room and Katherine props the door with a chair. After that, the girl asks Anna to sit next to her since she does not like to dine alone. Starting to ask the maid about her family, Boris starts knocking on the door saying that he is not feeling well, but Katherine orders Anna to sit and not to open the door. As soon as the screams and knocks subside, Katherine sends the maid to fetch the doctor and runs to the barn where Sebastian is locked up. When the doctor arrives, the only thing left to do is to confirm the death of Lester Sr. Sometime later, Katherine receives a letter from Alexander, who cannot come to the funeral of his father. After burying Lester Sr., Katherine almost openly begins to meet with the guy, and the maids discuss the death of the master, in which Anna blames herself, since that day Boris ate mushrooms that the girl collected, causing Anna to lose the power of speech. About this, Katherine tells Sebastian, assuring that the maid, because of her illness, will not be able to tell the owner anything. The girl confesses her love to the guy, saying that as long as she lives, she will never part with him and will follow him anywhere, even to the other world. One night, Katherine wakes up from a noise. Looking out the window, the girl notices Alexander's horse from below. Waking Sebastian, Katherine sends him to the back room, and she waits for her husband, telling him that she woke up from the sounds of the horse. Looking at Katherine, Alexander notices that she is noticeably rounded, not as it was before his departure. The girl goes for tea, during the drinking of which Alexander admits that rumors of the girl's infidelities have reached him, for which he threatens to throw Sebastian out. Since Alexander knows everything, Katherine goes to the back room to get the guy, who she puts on the bed. After taking off his pants, Katherine climbs on top of Sebastian in front of Alexander. Infuriated, Lester punches the girl, after which he starts fighting Sebastian. Katherine, grabbing the lacing, kills her husband, the breathless body of which Sebastian buries in the woods. In order to hide the traces of Alexander's return, Katherine takes her husband's horse into the woods, where she kills the animal. Since then, Sebastian is tormented by insomnia, but Katherine claims that Alexander himself wanted to kill the guy, but they beat him to it. Now they have the right to live a happy life, which a few days later is disturbed by a woman named Agnes. She brings a boy named Teddy to Katherine's house, informing her that he is the son and heir of Lester Jr., who is dating Teddy's mom, which Katherine can't believe, but Agnes has official documents in hand to prove it. Sebastian believes that the woman is lying about Teddy, as it was only his hand that could have gotten Alexander pregnant. With the boy's presence in the house, Sebastian refuses to go out with Katherine. If they are spotted, the guy will have to leave. So while Teddy is here, Katherine will have to forget about seeing him. Watching the boy and the maid playing in the morning, Katherine notices Sebastian walking with Anna. The girl runs out into the street, where Teddy starts pestering her, which Katherine pushes away, causing the boy to run away in tears. Having failed to get to Sebastian, Katherine returns to her room, where later the maid comes to tell her that they can't find Teddy. The entire staff goes off to look for the boy, who is found by a waterfall by Sebastian. Looking at the boy in the turbulent river, a sinister plan is brewing in the guy's mind, but his conscience takes over. Sebastian brings Teddy into the house, where he is scolded by Agnes for asking him to bring the boy a blanket, as he has a bad cold. Unwilling to endure the humiliation, Sebastian is about to leave the manor, but Katherine asks him to wait. Entering the room where Agnes is on duty at Teddy's bedside, Katherine persuades the woman to sleep while she looks after the boy. When Agnes leaves, Katherine lets into the room through the window Sebastian, with whom they dispose of the little heir. Sitting down next to Teddy, Katherine waits until dawn before Anna appears in the room. At the same time feeling guilty, Sebastian weeps over the grave of Alexander Lester. At the house, Katherine lies to the doctor that she fell asleep, and when she woke up, Teddy was already dead. Sebastian confesses to the crime and also gives away Katherine's secret, telling the doctor and the detective about the murders of Alexander and Boris Lester. The girl refuses, saying that the mushrooms were always collected by Anna, and Sebastian went to the woods every morning with the maid. It is possible that Anna is the one who poisoned Lester Sr. Anna can refute if it is not true, but the maid has lost the power of speech after the death of Boris Lester and cannot confirm or deny anything, because of which Anna and Sebastian are sent to penal servitude, after which all the other servants leave the estate, leaving a pregnant Katherine alone in the house. That's all for today. What do you think of this movie? Write your opinion in the comments. Don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more such videos.